Today, we have finished all of the anime in the spring 2026 anime season. So now it's time to rank everything. I'm gonna let you all know what I think about all of these different anime that I watched during this anime season. I finished 19 anime, and I watched the first episode of a bunch of other ones. So let's jump into this. Real quick, if you do enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Some of these series I only continued on Patreon or just watched on Patreon because there wasn't a lot of support for them on YouTube. If you're interested in checking out my reactions for those, you can check that out on Patreon, all right? But a lot of these I covered on YouTube, all right? 19 series. We're gonna be ranking all these things. I'm real quick, I just wanna show you all the ones that I dropped. I watched episode 1 of these shows. Now, I dropped some because I didn't like them, some because I thought they were bad, some because of issues, all right? I watched episode 1 of Snowball Earth. That was a terrible first episode. Absolutely terrible. The very end of it was intriguing, but everything else was terrible. I dropped Needy Girl, which even though Kaka says is actual peak, disagree. I don't really fuck with it. It's not my style. I think that it's just it's weird. I don't know, maybe a little avant-garde or something. The beginning after the end. Come on, that shit wasn't even the actual manhwa when it started. It wasn't even the real thing. I dropped this thing, it was trash. I dropped this thing because honestly, I just didn't have time for it. I honestly did not think it was bad. Kanan the Mistress, it was not that bad. I dropped Kill Blue because, again, just didn't really have time for it. Did not think it was really that bad. These things were much better. These shows maybe didn't deserve dropping, okay? I dropped Liar's Game, which again, didn't have time for it. Didn't really think it was that bad, but it just didn't make the cut, okay? This one sucked. This one was bad. This was a bad show. This was not good. Terrible first episode. Scenes from Awajima seemed interesting. It was probably like the better drama of this season, but I just didn't, it wasn't enough to make the cut for me. Finally, 2 more shows. Rooster Thingy dropped its Viz hates reactions. They genuinely do. They'll fund people to react. That are big enough, but outside of that, they will try to destroy your channel by hiring people to hunt you down. And then lastly is Agents of the Four Seasons, which honestly, I thought was a pretty good episode. It just didn't make the cut because people wanted some more mid instead of it. All right, they wanted mid instead of this show, and that's their own fault. That's what the community wanted. They wanted mid. I don't know what to tell you. So with that said, let's jump into this. These are my rankings for the 19 anime that I watched during this anime season. And let's start off with Marriage Toxin, because Marriage Toxin, I don't know what to tell you, dude. We have 1 more episode. It's the only episode that's continuing in it. Oh, wait, and Ramparts. I forgot about Ramparts. Ramparts has 1 more episode as well. But Marriage Toxin, I thought was good. I thought it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I thought everything it had going for it, the story was interesting enough, right? Bro is like a master assassin. He is just trying to find some love. Bro is really just trying to find love. And I thought that was really cute. So there's a big romance element to things, which is good. And then beyond that, you've got tons of action throughout, beautiful animation, interesting characters that are very likable and unique. I thought it was good. It lacked in some ways, you know. I think the story wasn't like amazing. I think some of the characters were just very like defined by a trope. There wasn't a lot of growth, I don't think. I mean, I guess maybe for him there's growth over the course of the episodes. He's the only one that grows. Some of the concepts are a little goofy. But yeah, just a very enjoyable show. And in my opinion, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show. B tier. Next up, The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King was fucking mid. That was a mid anime. It did have a few intriguing elements, but nowhere near enough for me to say it was better than mid. Nowhere near enough. For the most part, the show was pretty fucking mid. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It was mid. If you disagree, that's fine. You can feel the way that you want. It just was not really all that to me. It really wasn't. I'm surprised I finished it. I'll be honest with you. Damn. At the very end, I think this next show snuck into C tier. Damn, it got close to not making it. It got really close to not making it, and that is Farming Isekai. I think I would have given it mid. I think its last bunch of episodes, like 4 or 5 episodes, had some pretty intriguing elements to it. And overall, it's very much like a slow life thing, right? I'm not expecting it to be crazy, but it had some good episodes. and in my opinion, snuck its way into the C tier right near the end of the show, of the season, okay? But C tier for me, in my opinion. Next up, we've got Ramparts of Ice, because again, Ramparts is also not done. I think it's probably the best drama? If I had to call it something, I would say it's a drama of this anime season with romance elements. There's definitely a little bit of comedy and stuff. And it was very enjoyable. I think it's a B tier. I think it's a B tier anime. There's one more episode left, which actually might fucking push it into A tier. I don't know. That next episode could be crazy. The next episode of Marriage Toxin could be crazy. Both of these, I'm putting it B, but there's literally another episode. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I thought it had good drama elements, interesting romance dynamics, pretty intriguing backstories, you know, PTSD sort of shit, a little trauma. Just overall, like, a very enjoyable show. Next up, we've got the Otagals. Otagals, cute show. You know, I think it was fine. I don't think it was anything crazy. I liked it for sure, but I don't think that there was any element to it that was like mind-blowing, even a little bit. It's like full trope, but with that said, it's just so enjoyable. So enjoyable. Just a very, very enjoyable show. For me, I give it a C tier, probably higher C tier, right? Like, could be bordering on B. I would not give it anything over a B, in my opinion. It just does not, but a very enjoyable show nonetheless. I love the characters. I thought that both Ijichi and Amane were cute characters. I think their interactions with the otaku were cute. Their romantic feelings that grew over time for him were cute. You know, the cast and all that stuff. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Next up, we've got, fuck it, let's get something out of the way. ReZero was peak. ReZero was peak, obviously. Duh. No shit, dude. It was a fucking great season. What am I gonna say, dude? There's not really anything I could say bad about it. It was a fucking phenomenal show. I think a lot of people are saying it was the best anime of this anime season, and there's a good enough reason for it. Bro, they literally hit us with restarting his life in another world. Again, which is crazy. And like, what are the repercussions of that? There's still like, what, 6 more episodes, 8 more episodes, something like that, before we're done with this season. So there's still so much left of this. And it'll come back in August. It'll be amazing. I'm excited for it. Just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal season from ReZero. Next up, let's talk about Dorohedoro, which was also peak. Dorohedoro was crazy, bro. This shit was a phenomenal season once again. The mystery within this show is so intriguing. It's so filled with gore. It's so, like, kind of ugly in a way. And that's what makes it beautiful. The world building is so intriguing. The backstories for characters, and again, that mystery element, like, this shit is phenomenal. I absolutely love Dorohedoro. I cannot wait for another season of it. Very valid and deserving of being in that S tier. Just absolute peak. Next up is Akane Banashi. Akane Banashi was phenomenal, but I don't think I'm gonna put it in peak. I think I'm gonna say it was an A tier. It was great. It was a great show. Absolutely loved it all the way through. I think that everything that happened here, dude, with her like growing and like just like, I can see while watching this show the differences in the actual storytelling, like what Rakugo is. Like, you can see she literally, the Jugamo story, she literally tells it in 2 completely different ways. It was crazy. It was actually crazy. That was phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal. Just a great show. I don't know if I can put it on the same tier as Dorohedoro and ReZero and maybe 1 or 2 other shows, but it was absolutely great. Loved it. Next up, Iruma. Y'all gonna hate me for this one. No, I'm kidding. That's not. I think that I'm gonna put it in the good tier. There are some very intriguing elements of it, right, that I really did enjoy. But the episode that was supposed to be an absolute banger and slap, it just didn't hit for me. It didn't hit for me. me personally. It did not hit for me. It didn't hit for me, okay? Me, just me, okay? Now, maybe you thought it was amazing, and that's okay. That's okay. But all the build up to it, I just didn't really fuck with it. I just didn't. And that's my own personal opinion. My own personal opinion, and my own bias does affect the way that I'm ranking things, obviously. Like, you might not even think that Dorohedoro is worthy of being up here, right? You might think Otagal's amazing. This is my personal tier list, okay? And if you disagree, let me know down in the comments in a very, like, non-disrespectful way. If you're disrespectful, hey, I'll let you know right now. If you disrespect me, I am allowed to disrespect you. And if you complain about it, you're a bitch. Iruma's a B for me. It definitely had its, like, big, like, I think that whole interaction between Kiryu and Asmodeus, ooh, that shit was interesting. Very interesting. I love the Amari and Iruma stuff. I love the whole person backstory. These are all elements that I think puts it in the B, that, like, brings it up to B. There were some episodes that are like, all right, okay, fine, right? There are some elements that are like, fine. There are some elements that are great. And so I think I middle it out, B tier. Next up, probably one you're also going to be upset with. I'll be real with you. Damon's is also in the B tier. Damon's of the Shadow Realm is also in the B tier. It certainly had its moments. A great first episode, but an S tier first episode. I think it had a lot of episodes that were like, it has intriguing elements, and I do think that by the end of its full 24 core, right, the full season, both cores back to back, and because of it being these two cores back to back, I think there are a lot of elements that are going to be really, really good in the second core. That if it was one core, they would have probably tried to, like, fit some of that in. You know what I mean? I think that by the end of its run, it's probably going to be minimum A tier. By the end of, like, the first season, right? When we get through the 24 episodes, it's minimum A tier. I have no doubt in my mind it will be better than just being a B tier. Shit, it could be an S tier. I don't know. But at the moment, a B tier. And I will say, like, it's kind of teetering. It's teetering between B and A. I have it better than these three shows, in my opinion. In my opinion. But that's where I think I'd put it. I think I'd put it right there. Next up, I don't know if y'all really want to include it, but I'm going to put it in here anyways. The 3 special episodes for Lord of the Mysteries. Taking into account that it is just 3 episodes, but also taking into account that these 3 episodes revealed more information about the Forsaken Land of the Gods, the City of Silver, the culture there. Revealed so much information in the Tarot Club meeting in the second one. And then also revealed to us that Ajik is demigod, or maybe a fucking angel. Sequence 3, or maybe even sequence 2, has me putting it in A tier. It has me putting it in A tier, okay? It's only 3 episodes, guys. All right, we're not gonna give it an S tier. 3 episodes? Come on, what are we doing here? Very intriguing. Fucking great episodes. But it's 3 episodes. It's 3 episodes. Those 3 episodes weren't even as good as the first season, because again, it's only 3 episodes. But it was a lot of lore, very, very interesting. I put it in A tier, just those 3 episodes alone, which is kind of crazy. But because it had so much interesting shit. I love Lord of the Mysteries. Next up, Classroom of the Elite. And Classroom of the Elite for me, A tier. I love Classroom of the Elite. I do. It can't be peak. It can't be. It doesn't, I don't think it had that moment, that thing in it, you know what I mean? It just did not have that insane moment. It almost did. There were a few moments that were close. I loved watching Ayana Koji fight against the principal. I love the interaction between Ayana Koji, Ichika, and Nanase. That shit, very interesting. There's a big mystery element during this entire season of who the fuck the White Room student is. And they handled that pretty well, I would say. Katsuragi joining up with Ryuin is kind of crazy. There's a lot of good elements in it. I just don't know if I would put it, I might even put it above Akane Banashi. I might. But I don't think that it reaches peak for me, in my opinion. For me, season 3 and 4 are less about mind games, more about straight up hands for me personally. I don't even think we got a lot of straight up hands. Outside of Ryuin beating the shit out of Hosen, Ayana Koji fighting against the chairman, Koenji winning, that was pretty fucking hype too. That's crazy that he won. Fucking Koenji, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's an A tier, but when I try to think of like, listen, when I literally think of like Classroom of the Elite's season that we just got, and I think of it compared to Dorohedoro's season we just got, or ReZero's season we just got, I just don't know if I put it in the same tier. I just don't know. I think it was a really, really great season, but I don't think it was peak. I don't. I think that there are more things to come that will be even better. I just don't know if we're there yet. That's my opinion. I will say, the way that they handled this new season, art, animation, pacing, I think that they handled it really well. I think they took a step up with season 4 in comparison to the first 3 seasons. I do believe that for sure. And listen, I love Classroom of the Elite. I literally listen to the light novels. I'm on volume 7 of the first year, okay? I literally listen to the light novels when I'm working out in the gym. I love Classroom of the Elite, okay? A tier. Klutzy class monitor and the girl with the short skirt. Also a C tier. It was fine. And I know y'all are not gonna fuck with that. Some of y'all are not gonna like that, but that's just how I feel, man. You know, it had its elements, but overall, I just don't think I don't think it was really as much for me. I think I liked Odegal more, and that's just my own personal opinion. I don't know what to tell you. If you would absolutely love the show, maybe I don't have a good reason. I just didn't enjoy it enough to say it was better than just a fine show. Yeah, it was quirky. It was very quirky in some parts. Rapper dad and stuff, like, I don't know. There were some moments. It had some good romance moments, though. Next up, we just finished Wistoria. It also had some really intriguing moments. It had some good fucking action this season. It had some really good action. Fuck, man. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. With this man unlocking his Whis, making it into the tower, the battle between Elfie and Zeo was awesome. But I just don't know if I give it S tier. I think it's an A tier for me. If I had done this last week, it's possible I would have given it S tier, because that fight was pretty crazy. But especially with like a kind of an underwhelming final episode, it's like a big celebration, like, all right, okay, whatever. In my opinion, it was just like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, the reveal at the end that there's a traitor in the tower is fucking crazy. But outside of that, outside of the Will being in Zeo's clan, I don't know, group, and Will interacting with Elfie, I don't know, man, in this final episode, I think it's really good. It's kind of in a similar boat with Classroom of the Elite, which means it does make sense that I would have it in great. I think this is good. I like this. No. I think A is where it deserves to be, because I feel similarly about Wistoria as I do with Classroom of the Elite, as I do with Akane Banashi. Yes. This is where it's supposed to be. Next up, Tensura. Tensura had some wild shit. It really did. It had some wild ass shit in this season. It also had some like, meh for me. But that meh does not outweigh the wild shit. The wild shit was good, bro. It had some great shit, man. It really did. It had some stuff. Dealing with Maribel, you know, some things were very telegraphed to me, right? Like Yuki not being under Maribel's shit. Duh, come on. That was fairly telegraphed to me. I really liked his interaction with that in that like that Supreme Court type of shit, right? That was really cool. Dealing with the assassin, freeing the minds of greed, dealing with Yuki down there, Yuki killing Maribel. Like, all of these things are very interesting. And those things, I think, sneak it into A. But I think it might be more bottom A. It's somewhere, I don't know if I put Tensura's season that we just had, this first half, just this first half. This is not talking about what's to come in summer, just talking about what aired in spring. I don't know if I put Tensura in the same realm as these three. I think it's just a little below, which makes me think a little more along Lord of the Mysteries. I do think I had it over Damon's and Idoma and Ramparts and Meritocracy. And I kind of want to put it in A tier over B. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. It's in A tier here. Where exactly? It's around Lord of the Mysteries and stuff. That's how I feel. But I don't think it touched these three. Next up, Witch Hat. Witch Hat Atelier. It has such a unique magic system, such a compelling world building. There is so much that I want to learn about it. The animation was beautiful. The music was great. The characters, watching them develop over the course of the season, S tier. That is an S tier show for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I know people. There are people that absolutely hate Coco. There are people that absolutely hate Agate. Not me. I see their development, I see their growth, and I see who they are. I also see that there are elements of this show that are gonna be so fucking good. So fucking good, dude. The brim caps versus the pointed hats. So fucking interesting to me. This like ancient stuff that's going on. So interesting to me. Animation S, music S, Tanjiro C, story A? Tanjiro C, huh? What does that even mean? It had a few lows for me, but overall, I would still keep it an A or S. Kifri's voice was Tanjiro. I really thought Kifri was very intriguing. Kifri has like this fucking hidden backstory agenda, not agenda, but a hidden backstory hatred for fucking the brim caps. It's so intriguing. There's a lot of very interesting shit there. I don't know, I disagree. I think that it is very much an S tier anime. Next up, I became friends with the second prettiest girl in class. This one for me is a B tier. It had very good drama elements, somewhere in here. I don't know where exactly, but it's in a B tier. I don't have it over Damon's, that's for sure, but it's somewhere in this mix here. Very good drama elements. I like the interaction. I like the story. I like these issues that they had with one another. Good start, but then it dragged. I don't, in some ways, sure. I thought that like his like confession of how he feels to his parents, wanting them to be together, it's something that he wished he did in the past thing, is always awkward to me and weird. Like, I don't understand, like, it's just not, like, for me in my culture, it, like, doesn't make as much sense. So those moments for me, like, don't hit the same as it might hit for someone that is Japanese. You know, these things that they never got to say, being able to finally say them. I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't really fuck with those moments. But there was a lot of the show that was like very intriguing and good drama, very good drama. Overall, B tier. I think that was a good show. Two of these are going to be kind of controversial, I think. So let's do Ascendance of a Bookworm next. Ascendance of a Bookworm for me this season has been a B tier. It certainly had some interesting shit, but it you know, it's a very slow show. It's a very slow show. It's hard for me to give it anything over the B tier. I need something like really big to happen. And I think that like a potential Rose Mine, going for the, like maybe like voices within nobility trying to get her to become Ob, kind of crazy. That could be really interesting. If we saw more of her overthrowing that city, that would be cool too. But for me, it's just a B tier. It just doesn't, I don't think this season like was like crazy, you know? It was good, but I just don't think I don't think it like was great. Looked better though than usual, right? With Wit taking over. So that was cool. All right, last two shows. I know that I said that ReZero was the best show that aired this anime season, but you know how I feel about Nippon. I've talked about it non-stop. I absolutely fucking loved Nippon Sangoku. It's very difficult for me to say Nippon was better than ReZero. Very difficult. Very difficult. I don't know if I can say that. And I can always take the easy way out. 1A, 1B. It's a 1A, 1B situation. They're tied for first place, and then in third, not in second, in third is Dorohedoro. And then in fourth is Witch Hat, okay? In this current list here. It's so close, and they're such different anime, but I absolutely fuck with this Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The music, the animation, the story, the intrigue, the mystery, the betrayal, the never knowing what's gonna come next, the stratagems. It's all so fucking good. So fucking good. I loved the characters. I loved everything about it. Nippon Sangoku was tied for my favorite anime of this anime season. I think it was tied for the best anime of this anime season. I understand some people will put ReZero over it, and that's because they have a bias towards ReZero. I get it. You have a bias. You've read the light novels or the manga or whatever, or you know, the fact that ReZero literally has 3 prior seasons causes people to lean heavily in its favor. I get it. And I have nothing against that. If you think ReZero is better, that's okay. Just for me, it's really hard for me to say that ReZero was better than Nippon. It's also really hard for me to say, like equally hard for me to say, that Nippon was better than ReZero. And that's why I got to put them at the same level. Those are my 1A, 1B for this anime season. Absolutely love them both. I think that they separate themselves from everything else in this anime season. Like in reality, I could put Dorohedoro Witch Hat in a tier below, but still above the others that are in A right now. Like an A+ tier, if you will. That's how much they set themselves apart. And the last anime we gotta talk about is One Piece, which you know, which you fucking know, was not the best anime during this anime season. I'm sorry. There was just so much other shit that happened during this season. We cannot look at this last episode and the 2 to 3 episodes prior to this one and say that that was the entire season. We cannot. There was so much nothing that happened in this episode, in this season of One Piece, that it's impossible for me to say that it was the best. In fact, I don't even think I could put it in the S tier. I don't think I could put it in S tier. It is bordering on S tier. Damn it, I want to put it in S tier so bad because this finale, the episode that we just got, the episode that I just watched, that I just probably spent 20 plus, maybe 30 minutes staring at a fucking mural, was fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. It was amazing. And there were episodes prior to this that were absolutely amazing. Finding out about Shamrock, those interactions with Loki, the reunion. Oh my God, the Robin reunion with Saul, so beautiful. Usopp finally making it here to Elbaf after so long. Like, you don't understand how impactful that is to me. Like, that is such a fucking beautiful thing. For so long, it's needed to happen, and finally it did. It was fucking beautiful. And so, these things are like S tier things. There's also a lot of shit, like them going to Legoland for like 3-4 episodes. Interactions with Road are like fucking mid. The first 4 episodes of this anime were mid. Straight up mid episodes. Since then, there's been good episodes, there's been fine episodes, there's been great episodes. And again, I mentioned these moments. And I mentioned like literally like the last 3 episodes, maybe roughly 3 to 4 episodes have been great or peak. They've been fucking great or peak. It's just kind of, there's some lackluster moments. I don't know what to tell you. There's really some lackluster moments. Now, does that mean I think that One Piece's Elbaf arc is going to be mid? Are you crazy? It literally has higher highs and lower lows. Oh, I thought you said than lower lows. Yeah, it literally is like very high highs and low lows. I don't even know if there's like good episodes during the season. These like things that we got. I think there are some fine episodes, a bunch of mid episodes, a bunch of peak episodes, some great episodes. Like, I think that the good and fine episodes are like less. Out of the total episodes we got, there are less good and fine and a lot more mid peak. Like, it really is high highs, low lows. And so for me, it would be egregious. And maybe this is a bias. It would be egregious for me to put it as a B tier. I could not. After that episode we just got, no fucking way. I think that the second half of what's to come, like people are saying that there's gonna be more One Piece in summer. And if there is, that shit is gonna be peak. I can't wait. This is my tier list. This is what it looks like for me. What about you? What do you think? How would you rate it? I would love to know your thoughts. This is the way I saw the season. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed my thing here. Listen, we're going to be watching a lot of new anime in this upcoming anime season. I'll have a video coming out with that. In fact, it might already be posted by the time we post this. I don't know. Probably will be. I'll watch all the trailers. Yeah. We'll link to the all trailers video down in the comments. We'll link to my ranking the start of every anime in spring down in the comments. Check out my reactions. I watched all of these shows here. Everything that wasn't dropped. I watched them all on Patreon. Some of them didn't make the cut here on YouTube. Dorohedoro didn't make the cut here on YouTube. Akane Banashi, Ramparts, Marriage Toxin. Bookworm, we're gonna have a video like kind of, you know, with a like compilation of these last bunch of episodes, but I'm probably not gonna continue it into the next. It's gonna be a Patreon only. Otagal, Patreon only. Klutzy Class, also Patreon only. I even finished Warrior Princess despite it being mid. So if you're interested in more stuff, you can check out the Patreon. Real quick, I forgot one. Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. Sorry. Mid. Yeah, that shit was mid. That shit was mid. Better than this one. This shit was actually like mid. This is like almost bordering on fine, but I'm still putting it mid. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's the tier list. I forgot about that one. Okay. All right. Till next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.